All right, we're in the second half of the polynomial unit. Let's call it the back half, or the back nine, if you will. So we're going to be looking at the greatest common factor. Now, previous to this point, we have always multiplied polynomials. After this point, or I shouldn't say after, but I believe for the most part, we're going to be factoring polynomials. Now, factoring is the inverse operation of multiplication when we're dealing with polynomials, that is. So, when you factor a polynomial, you're trying to determine the quantities that you would multiply together to recreate the polynomial. That is, did you know that x plus 2 times x plus 3 is equal to x squared plus 5x plus 6? So these things are called factors, and this is called the product. Now, this is not unlike the factors. If we take 3 times 5, those are the factors, and that is equal to the product. Now, you have done this, and typically you have done this, whereas 15, and you factored 15 into its prime factors 3 and 5. Factoring algebraic expressions can take different forms. The most common types of factoring is to identify and remove the greatest common factor. As in previous units, the GCF can be identified using prime factors. So we're going to express each monomial as a product of primes. Okay, fair enough. So these round brackets will indicate prime factors. The square or rectangles will indicate a composite expression, or in other words, non-prime. So basically circles were going to be prime numbers. So when I take out 10, and this is a factor tree, 10x, I'm going to say that I could write 10x as 2 times 5x. And what two quantities multiplied together give me 5x, 5, and x? So the circles represent the prime factors. If I just wanted to think about it very quickly, I could say that 10x is equal to 2 times 5 times x. And I could write that as prime factors if you multiply it out. Indeed, that these three factors multiplied to give you 10x. Now, what I could do here is 12y. Now, I'm just thinking about this in my head. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 prime factors.